Hexagon is a leader in the digital reality market space. We make sensors, software and autonomous solutions around the capture of the real world and then the representation of it in a digital form. We have 27,000 employees and we operate in about 60 different countries globally through a number of legal entities that are how we operate from a legal perspective. Hexagon operates through 8 divisions that address different market spaces, and traditionally those 8 divisions were sat on top of 4 different IT networks that were like separate enterprises on their own. They had separate CIOs, separate security teams, network teams, infrastructure teams, and the One Hexagon approach is really looking to drive efficiency and optimization into some of those processes. But additionally, on top of that, we knew as we were moving into a global team, taking an external MSSP like eSentire gave us the ability to very, very quickly switch from being a 20x5 model to a 24x7 model. The attack speed is increasing, and without a 24x7 cover, you are blind for significant portions of the day. To run a global SOC requires minimum 12 to 15 people. We need 24/7 coverage, and then maintaining a team with high skills and keeping that skill set current and relevant is very, very complicated if you're going to do it in-house and build it from scratch. And that's where companies like eSentire can bring that service to us, and we can benefit from the shared and the collective knowledge of the team. We needed a company that could match us at global scale. Hexagon's a large organisation with a very diverse workforce. That means we needed to have a company that had that capability already within it. The main things we were looking at really, SLA times, of course, super important. We need to know very, very quickly when an incident is occurring or about to occur. The triage and analysis element of that and the knowledge level of that was very, very important. The softer aspects of what we were looking for really was a company that also we would partner with, because it's a long-term relationship and you need to make sure that the people and the processes that company employs are a good fit for your organisation. Our selection process was quite extensive and we went through several rounds of selection. eSentire scored very, very highly in every single round. We set out success criteria at the beginning, and some of those success criteria were things like having multiple locations, because the human element's important in this. It's key to the success of the SOC, and it's important that those SOC analysts are looked after. The ability to respond, and as I said before, the ability to match Hexagon's scale was super important for us. The other piece that eSentire really stood out upon was their analyst education program. It really was the only company that stood out in that respect, of having a very clear vision and a very clear strategy about how to develop people and how to maintain or retain your resources to ensure you keep the skills and you keep the knowledge that you have grown in-house, internally. So we had a single project manager on our side, and eSentire gave us 2 project managers on your side, which enabled us to have that very long business day by having multiple locations of people who could be on point and making decisions and driving actions. That process was quite fast-paced. Hexagon's a diverse organisation, very decentralised still. Even though we're centralising the security team, we rely upon IT teams for the rollout of infrastructure and the like. And so it was a very complicated project with lots of moving parts, but that project went really, really smoothly. The project management teams interacted really, really well and created good connections together, and that helps the project deliver well. The biggest parts of the project were done in a very short time frame, and it's a testament to the teams that all pulled together at the right time and in the right way that we got there in the time frame we did. And eSentire really stood out as a company that engaged us really, really well at the highest levels immediately from the very beginning of the project, and have continued to do so.